It's Kelsey in first 8 a.m, second noon and third 4 p.m. place today. Triple trio for you, for me, for everybody. Good afternoon. It's approaching 4 p.m. This is at the time we like to welcome you in. We like to get you sitting or standing comfortably, and we go for adding a few more extra movement minutes. You might be on catch up though, and if you are and you're a bit pushed for time, you might want to just skip on this preamble. It's up to you. Have a think about whether you've got time to leave us a message or not. We always read them. And if you're a newbie, if you're quite new to movement snacking, because there has been a few new people join up over the last week or so, take a look at the snack, see what you want, see if there's anything there for you, and come get it. Janice Cook. Are you from Braunston, Janice? I bet you're wondering how I know that. If I've got the name right, that is. Do you go to Steady Steps by any chance? Is your instructor Hazel by any chance? Welcome to the Movement Snack. It's great to have any of you and all of you, whether you're in on a live or in on a catch up, here ready to go. We'll start at bang on 4 p.m. This is where we do a few stretches, generally repeated day by day, although you might get an added extra stretch in there some days. And each and every week we build a sway routine with a few options that you can choose to take, depending on how you're feeling today. Right, afternoon to you, Mrs. P, in from Dyffryn, South Wales, near to Port Talbot. I think Janice is in from Braunston, Leicestershire. A triple for me. George is up from way up there, North Scotland, Cruden Bay. Is it northwest, George? I can't quite remember. I think it's west. We've got the Dickinsons in from Bolton, near Manchester. We've got Maddie and a lovely sister, whose name I've forgotten already, in from Dagenham, south of London. Welcome everybody. Right, Chris, you've been putting some lights up outside, not on a wheelie rolly chair though, I hope. Something very sturdy, and you've been practicing your balance, so hopefully you're all right. Northeast, I did get that right. Yes, the north and the south, normally fine. If I can see which way the sun's rising or sun's setting, normally fine. But just picking it off the top of my head, never very good at that. Although Ken is in East Lothian, and I always remember that because Ken's got loads of E's in his name. K-N, G-R-E-N, said phonetically. And I always remember E. No, that doesn't make sense, does it? I don't know what I'm thinking. East Lothian, yes, E, East Lothian. Right, firmly on the ground you've been, Chris, putting your outdoor lights up. That's good to hear. Afternoon, Kelsey and everyone. Just walk through the door. You need to be warmed up. Yeah, what's it saying on the car temp gauge? I've been out in the garden a little bit today, but I've not ventured too far. Oh, Carol's reporting from Gateshead, a flurry of snow. I think there's been some around the Scottish Highlands and places like that. None round here. It's just been a heavy frost that's not unfrosted itself today. Right, I think it's time for a 4 p.m. Let me give you a count in. 3, 2, 1. Good afternoon and welcome. You're with me, Kelsey Leverton, for today's sway and stretch. This is my third triple trio of movement snacks today. Everyone's left me to it today, and I've not had a triple trio for a while, have I? But this is where we round everything up, bring everything down with a sway and a stretch. And today is Thursday the 8th of December 2022. Come on then, let's do this. Let's turn my heater off. My little blowy heater there. We'll be generating our own heat with our circulation booster to start with. Standing tall if you want to start in standing. Have a look around you, see what you've got for external support and pick something sturdy. You might have that in front of you or to any side of you. Stand tall, lift and lengthen, and then start your foot pedals. Just peeling the heels up and away from the floor, bending across your shoes and your toe bones. In seated, if you wanted to start in seated first. Oh, I'm almost off screen, but I'll have to hip walk forwards to get on screen. And what you do here is create a bit more space around you to move. Once you're there, ankles under knees, and you've got that right angle alignment at the knees and the hips as you're sitting up tall. These can be progressed into a little bit of a leg march, picking up and clearing the feet. But try not, in seated, to hinge back. Try and stay high onto your sit bones as you march. And in standing, if you're using your external support, try not to be hunkering over it, hunching or holding or loading through your arms. Try and use it to encourage a lift through the chest. And you can start to bring some arms in when you're ready. So swinging at the shoulder. Oh, I've just lost a bauble. I think I've just kneed it. You can bring the second arm in, letting go of your support. But if you're not happy to do that, keep hold and just work the one arm at any one time. So 3 minutes worth of circ boost. You'll be lucky to get only 2 out of us. Although we do say 2 to 3 minutes, I reckon you're probably getting more 3, maybe even 3.5 minutes of circ boost. So done 3 times a day, we're getting about an extra 10 minutes worth of this type of activity in every day. And that's not bad for a little flurry and a flutter of movement every now and again. Right, the sway routine, seated or standing, it's the same. I have a step to add in to the sway routine this time. Hang on a minute, I'm not giving myself much room. So let's move that round. Move that there. I've got a bit more space now. So what we have is a little ripple effect through your arms. Just do 2 with your arms there only. And then if you like, do 2 with the heel raise ripple as well. Lift, lift, same arm, same leg. Pause there. Changing to the other side. A ripple, just 2 with the arms, because you don't have to do the leg bit if you don't want to. And then if you are putting your legs in, a little ripple through a heel raise. Same arm, same leg. Let's go from the top again. With or without the ripple. And then the second bit was drawing a box. That's not my arms and shoulders creaking. Try that again with the same side. Ripple. Top hand floats up. We move across, kind of drawing a box, floating the arms down at the end. Let's go on to the other side. Arms and legs, or just arms. Draw the box. Float back down. And just do that once more. Cutting across and floating down. Loose wrists, fingers and elbows there, and relax through the shoulders. Now what we did next was a floaty arm and then floaty down. A little bit of a bend or a hinge or a tilt forwards, reaching forwards, coming back up straight through the body and relaxing down. Now this is going to be added in with a step. So have a look first. Follow me with the arm movements. So we go step, shift the weight back, pick up the toes. There we go, down through the length of the leg and back. Watch again. So the float and the step, the float down and the pick up of the toes. Now it's that leg that stays straight, the other leg bends a little bit, and then we come all the way back up. I'm going to show you that from the side. You can do that in seated as well. So stepping, shifting, bending this leg slightly, recovering and stepping back. One more time, I'll show you from this angle. Step, just a small step, peel the toes, straight back and straight leg, and coming back in. And here's your seated option. We can step and then we can try and straighten out the leg fully as we go down, and that will give all of us a bit more of a stretch into the backs of your thighs. You can do that with one arm if you like. Same in standing. If it's your one arm that you're using, you might want to hold on to external support or hold on to the thigh there of the bent knee. All right, that's the last bit in. Your lean, your bend can be as deep or as shallow, as comfortable or as non-existent as you like. Let's take it twice through then, with that added on bit if you like. So lifting up, rippling through, draw the box, cutting across slightly, and a smooth relax down, getting ready on the other side for the ripple. Let the arm float up to cut across and all the way down. So think about the step now. So floaty arms up and step. Bring the heel, the toes up. Use the one arm or both arms and come back to base. Up we go. Oh, I forgot my step there. Just get the step in, remember that bit. All the way down if you can. One arm or both arms, it's up to you. It's more supportive to use your hand on the bent knee and to reach down the leg that's straightening there. Ready from the top, so stand tall, sit tall. We've got a ripple. Same movements through seated and standing options we can do here. Get ready for the second ripple, other side. Just bring it in across into your body. Take your time here on the flow down and step into it. Come back. One leg straight, one leg slightly bent, one hand to support or both hands going down into that reach. Little pull back at the ankle there. One hand or both hands coming back to base. All done. We're going to start with the back of thigh stretch first. So I'm going to ask those of you who are in standing at the moment to take a seat. And as you sit down, just notice where you are on your chair, because this will have a big impact on whether you can get your leg out straight or not for the stretch. Come forward so that it's just your bottom that's on the chair. The backs of your thighs are free. Right, one leg out straight. We'd like a loose ankle on the end of that leg so that it doesn't pull into the calf. The knee stays straight. Keep an eye on it. Lift up tall. Ease yourself into the stretch, leaning, tilting and bending just at the hips rather than the spine. So have a think about where your chest is, upper back, rib cage and hips. Leaning into it, we're feeling it at the back of the knee and then up towards the hip, underneath your bottom. You might find it around your bottom and you might get a little stretch into the lower back as well. Sometimes we can feel that. It depends what's going on with your body, what inflexibilities you have. and sometimes that makes a difference. Shall we change sides? So straight knee, a straight knee if as possibly you can achieve. Lifting up, loose ankle on the end of your leg, leaning forwards, hinging out of your hips there rather than bending over at the spine. Shoulders just down and away from your ears. Don't give them the benefit of having extra tension there. Get rid of it. Leaning into it and recover. Now, if you're staying in seated for a calf stretch, you can just keep that leg out straight and pull the toes back towards you. We're sitting upright in active posture here, and you should feel that in your calf. If you prefer to be in standing for a calf stretch, come up to your external support, put your hands onto it and take a stride back. Get the heel to lower and press down, the front knee to bend, and our hips facing whichever way our front leg is. Holding onto your support, which shouldn't feel like a big stretch away from you. It should still feel quite close to you. And we've got that stretch into the back leg there. Adjust your stride to whatever feels best for you. Second side then. Coming in to your support, striding away from it. Get your feet organised. Bend your front knee. Leaning away out of that back heel there. And for our seated option, we've just got our toes up. I think I did that last time. Toes up on this side for me. Holding it there. Good long stretch of 20 seconds or so. Progress that up to a 30-second hold, and or even do another round of these stretches. Relax there. We're just going to do one of each today though. Right, I'm coming in closer to you. Some of you might be in standing. Some of you might be in seated. Here we are with a chest stretch. So just take the hands back towards the hips, like you're fiddling around trying to get something out your back pockets, or even just put them in your back pockets and squeeze your shoulder blades and your elbow flaps back together. You might want to hold your hands to get a little bit of a downward push there, a downward push, a lift and a squeeze back, or you could be holding on to the spindle at the back of your chair. Opening out the chest. Think about the occasions when you need to reach backwards to do something. It might be to find something to bring it round you, your dressing gown cord. You might tie your apron behind you if you're doing some Christmas baking. You might be tucking yourself in. You might be pulling up your trousers and getting dressed. Loads of different occasions where we need to reach back. Upper side stretch now. Hand to the shoulder. Lifting through the elbow to lengthen the back of the arm and sit up tall. Standing, you might want to have your feet about shoulder distance apart here, just a wider base for your feet. See how far over your back you can reach. You might need to get cream on your back. You might need to organise your collar or hood or thread a tie through. You might want to be lying on this side of your body, on the bed, on the floor, on the couch. Here we go, with an upward reach. A little bit higher, a little bit further, but not held for any length of time, that one. Change sides, so organise your wrist, forearm, organise your hand, lifting through the elbow, staying close to your head. We've done the stretches in a slightly different order today, haven't we? We get them done. It doesn't really matter what order you get them done in, as long as they get done. And regular stretching, as anything regular, has good benefits to come. Right, we're going to do a neck stretch just to finish. So, stop bouncing around. Sorry, everyone. ear towards the shoulder. Just let the weight of your head pull in, a little bit of a stretch sensation down the side here. You might feel that coming from behind your ear first. And when you're ready, move slowly to bring your chin down towards your collarbone, and just let the weight of your head pull in that stretch that's now moved more towards the back of the neck. And recover. I could have stayed there a bit longer. Other side. Now, next stretches, as well as any stretches, don't bother stretching unless your body feels warm. So maybe some arm swings, some shoulder rolls, some activity that you've done at home. You might have done the bed sheets, which always is a bit of an arm warmer upper and an arm achy task. If you've done anything like that, then put some stretches in. The muscles respond better to stretches when they're warm. Stretch at the end of a walk, and we stretch at the end of any workout as well. And there we go. That's us done. So today we've covered lots of different components of our physical fitness. We've covered some circulation boosting, so a bit of endurance. We've covered some strength and balance based stuff in the 12 noon. We've covered mobility and flexibility, so mobility in the morning, flexibility just now. And we've got some coordinated motor skill type tasks and combinations that we do throughout, which is how we multitask during the day. There you go. Thank you, George, for saying I've looked after you today. It's been my pleasure. I'll see you tomorrow for, oh no, in my house tomorrow, it's clean day. It's Christmas clean. You know when you look around your house and you just think, I'm going to get you? That's what I've thought. So the windows are being done, everything's getting pulled out, everything's getting hoovered about, and I've got myself a new Tiki Ticker duster to do the job. So I'll be movement snacking with you at noon and 4 o'clock by then. Let's hope my Later Life t-shirt doesn't get covered in bleach. All right, everyone, have a great evening as always, and I'll see you tomorrow.